Hello, my friends. So, just coming out of a really sweet meditation, and I was recognizing in the meditation the stunning stillness of just being, not doing anything, not planning, not fixing, not strategizing, not ruminating about the past or attending to the future, but just being. And part of the dialogue that came up within me was, what value is this stillness, this not doing? And I bring this up today because this is a dynamic that a lot of people discover, experience, when they're deepening their meditation practice and when they are awakening their essential nature of being, which is a stillness of peace and awareness and allowing. It's awakening the self that is not so bothered by all the things that typically bother the mind, the personal self. And it can often show up as boredom or fear. The fear that says, I'm not feeling life like I used to. This is scary. I don't want to not feel. But what is happening is that we are actually simply not feeling life the way we used to. Through the panicked mind or the worried mind or the scared mind, or feeling the bliss of having things working out all right and working out well, and finally getting all the goodies that we've been wanting, and feeling the exaltation of that. But then maybe starting then to feel like, wait, it's not holding together. Wait, maybe it's going to go away. Oh, wait, no, stick. And feeling the anxiety of it possibly going away, and then feeling the bliss of it stabilizing. And then again, feeling the anxiety or the panic around the fact that it's not stable. This is the way we're typically living our lives. And relative to that, the stillness of being feels scary. It feels empty. It feels like a boredom. And I want to invite that if you give this space, if you give this time, what you will start to find is that stillness actually gives you more of a capacity to meet all of your life with more clarity, with more access to your own intuitive knowing about what to do and where to move and what action to take and what to say yes to and what to say no to. And you will start to feel more alive, because you're able just to let it all in. You're able to be with all of life, all of the conditions, all of the situations, with clarity, with the strength of inner peace, with the equanimity of grace. What a beautiful thing to be able to feel all of life and not constantly be pushing so much of it away and seeking so much that we don't have. That's the way we typically are operating. And when we're not operating that way anymore, initially it feels boring or problematic. but we need to give ourselves time to adjust to a new way of being in the world. It's like turning off a light in a room that has a lot of stimulus and a lot of colors and shapes and things in the room, and there's just so much to attend to. We can't actually see it all because we're distracted. There's so much distraction. But when that light gets turned off, initially it's totally dark. I can't see anything now. This is not good. I don't want to go through life in the dark. But if we give it time and we allow our eyes to adjust, we start to find that we can see. And now, without all the being so overstimulated, we can be more focused, we can be more clear on what we're attending to and what we're engaging with. I used to take school kids out on wilderness trips, and we would take like an entire 5th grade out to Joshua Tree National Park near Los Angeles, out in the desert. And the buses would pull up, and 100 5th graders would pile off the bus. And this is back in the days of Walkmans. Nobody had cell phones. And they were all told to leave their Walkmans on the bus. And then the buses would pull away. And you'd see these kids going, whoa, wait a minute, there's my connection to the only life I know going away. And within 20 minutes, you'd start to hear the grumblings of, I'm bored. There's nothing to do here. This is stupid. Why are we here? But we give them time, and within a day, maybe 2 days, these same kids would be scrambling around on the rocks, finding quartz crystals and finding little baby desert tortoises and finding birds' nests and just feeling alive, feeling the aliveness of their own being in this beautiful, precious life that we get to live. So the invitation is, if you start to find in your meditations, in your journey of awakening, that you start to not feel in the same way you used to, and it's scary because you're like, I don't want to feel numb. I don't want to feel nothingness. That's no life. Or you start to feel a boredom. Give it time. And you will start to feel a simple aliveness of being that sees the beauty and the opportunity in everything. And you start to engage with life, not from a place of panic or resistance or bliss because finally everything's working out, but then that'll often lead to the suffering and the struggle to try to hold it all together because it's got to stay put in order for me to feel good. When all of that habitual way of thinking and being and engaging calms down, what we find is our own internal aliveness blossoms. And we just start to feel more connected. We have a greater capacity to love. We have a greater capacity to engage. We have a greater capacity to connect. And we feel life with more compassion, with more unity, with more peace, with more grace, and with more aliveness. All right, my friends, I hope this is valuable. That if you're going through a time where you're starting to feel like, I'm not feeling like the way I used to, maybe that's not such a bad thing. All right, blessings. Be well.